But let's get right to the weather, because you're going to have to factor in those temperatures as you're making plans for this weekend and maybe even into next week. So meteorologist Nicole Hartford is here in our streaming studio to talk more about that. I mean, we really haven't had a taste of a Georgia hot day yet, but it's coming.
It's
coming our way.
I know we've been kind of lucky the last week. Humidity has been fairly low. I mean, it's been warm, but for end of June, not half bad.
Yeah.
We are kind of headed into our first big heat wave of the summertime season, and you'll really start to feel that heat and humidity as we get into the end of the weekend and the start of next week. So you're going to need to pay a little bit more attention to the heat, to your body. Make sure to hydrate as this heat wave takes over. That heat dome is going to be building across the area. So by the end of the weekend and the start of next week, that's when you'll really start to notice it, by Sunday and Monday. For right now, we're bringing in a lot of moisture from the Gulf that's pushing isolated areas of rainfall across the Florida Panhandle into South Georgia, and will lead to continually rising humidity throughout the next couple of days. So it is noticeably more muggy out there this morning, or this afternoon, I guess it now is, than it has been the last couple of days. And that's allowing for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms to develop. So far, not really much in the way of rainfall. We've got a couple showers down closer to the Macon area, but just a few clouds here and there. Rain chances today are going to stay pretty minimal, and with the heat in the forecast, you may be hoping for a little bit of rain or some rain-cooled air, or even some shade from the clouds, especially as we get into tomorrow and Sunday. High temperatures today, not half bad. We'll get up to right around 90 degrees. So that will be a good 3, 4, 5 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday, but it's nothing unheard of for this time of year. Our average high temperature in Atlanta, 89 degrees. So not half bad. When you factor in the humidity, it is going to feel a few degrees hotter. So our feels like temperatures will be in the low 90s. It's summer in Georgia. That's still very manageable. But things start to get a little bit more sweltering as we get into Saturday, Sunday, and especially Monday. Actual air temperatures will be in the low to even mid 90s, but those feels like temperatures will start creeping closer and closer to the 100-degree mark as we get to the end of the weekend. So by Monday, a lot of us could see heat index values into the triple digits. This is going to be borderline kind of dangerous heat by the start of the week for the National Weather Service's heat alert criteria. Each National Weather Service office has different criteria based on location. Here in North Georgia, in order for a heat advisory to be issued, temperatures have to be at or above 103 degrees with heat index values at or above 105. It's not a both type of situation, it's either or. So we'll be really close to that heat index at or above 105. There's a possibility the National Weather Service issues some heat advisories into the start of the week, especially down into central Georgia. Regardless of whether or not those advisories are issued, it is going to be hot, and we start introducing a little bit more heat risk by Sunday and Monday, with major heat risk overtaking much of metro Atlanta. So just make sure you're staying safe, taking breaks, especially if you're doing anything strenuous out in the sun and the heat. Of course, wearing sunscreen and drinking water. That does include if you are headed out to the World Cup game tomorrow evening. Kickoff for that is at 7:30. So as you're out and about around outside the stadium before the game begins, it's going to be the heat of the day. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s, low 90s. There is the low end chance for a couple isolated showers. So rain chances are back in the forecast already, and those go up to about 30% for both Saturday and Sunday. So your weekend is far from a washout. This is a really typical summer pattern. Those showers and storms that bubble up in the afternoons, mainly because of heat and humidity. There's not really much of a widespread severe weather threat with it, but a few isolated storms could produce some gusty winds in addition to heavy rain and frequent lightning tomorrow, mainly across northeast Georgia, as this little cold front scoots across the southeast. You can tell in our forecast track today, not a lot in the way of rainfall. Coverage will be a little bit better tomorrow as that front comes through. So we'll be tracking on and off showers and storms. It's not going to completely ruin your plans, but if you have those outdoor things planned for tomorrow, you will want to keep an eye on the radar and have an umbrella close by. Rain chances stay at right around 30% for Sunday. So we'll just stay kind of unsettled for the weekend and into the start of the next week. Doesn't look like there's going to be any break in the heat anytime soon. Our 7-day forecast, once we get up into those low to mid 90s, that's kind of where we stay for much of the next 7 days. So yes, it does look like you will need to consider the heat for those 4th of July plans as well.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was thinking ahead to next week. So many people have plans, but I think because of the way the holiday sits, for some people it's kind of starting now.
Yes.
You know, they're kind of starting off their kind of holiday stretch right now.
Week-long holiday celebrations.
Yeah, just keep it going. Why not? It's 250 years. We might as well, stretch it out. But the other thing I'd been thinking about, and then you touched on it, was the World Cup. Because up till now, we've been relatively lucky with at least drier air and lower temperatures, as we've had 15,000 people at many times at the FIFA Fan Festival at a time. Even in the heat of the day, we did have one night with that pop-up storm, but it was after match time. So this is really the first time that especially our visitors are going to get a taste of what that really thick humidity meeting high temperatures feels like.
Yeah, so at FIFA Fan Festival, I know the game tomorrow, there'll probably be a lot of people out there. The game next week, it's going to be really hot, so people need to be a little more cautious with the heat and just stay hydrated.
Yeah, lots of water.
Yes.
But it's still so much fun, so that's all right. Okay, thanks so much. Hope you and your family have a great weekend.
You too.
Happy early 4th of July.